I didn't know love could ever feel like this. I didn't know body shivers from a kiss. Now I'm
Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's video is another Sophisticated Saturday, but it is my first Sophisticated Saturday filming since our son Owen was born just a few weeks ago. So I usually work through my to-do list with you guys, get a whole bunch of stuff done, and today will be no exception. I will get a bunch of stuff done today, but it might be a little bit different having a newborn in the house. So we'll see how much I can do and how much little Owen makes an appearance in this video and how much I can get done during his naps throughout the day. So let's get going.
Into my life.
On the weekends, Jim is home, so he is helping out with Owen while I get some of the cleaning started. And the first thing that we really need to do is pick up our bedroom. And this has become more of a task since having a baby because there are lots of things that we need for middle of the night feedings and diaper changes. So I have to pick up all of that stuff in addition to the normal things that I usually do every morning, like making our bed and cleaning up my nightstand from anything that I might have used last night or in the morning. It's also been a while since I've vacuumed our bedroom, so I wanted to take the opportunity now that I have everything picked up off the floor and the bed made and cleaned and Owen's bassinet cleaned up to actually vacuum the floors. It really doesn't take long to vacuum and it makes such an impact, especially when it's been a while. So I'm glad that I just grabbed the vacuum and got this part done. The other thing I really wanted to tackle today was to pull out all of my maternity clothing. I'm obviously not pregnant anymore, so all of the maternity clothing that I have in my dresser in my closet, I want to gather and put somewhere in storage. So I grabbed Owen and thought he could help me out a little bit. So he was pretty fussy at this point, but a little bit of bouncing and rocking, you'll see that I was doing, helped him. And so I grabbed the clothing from my dresser and then went to the closet to pick out the couple of items I had in there. And it was really easy because I knew exactly what maternity items I had and knew exactly where to grab them.
Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Like strangers again.
So Owen came back to the dresser with me to help with the last few things. I had definitely a few maternity sweatshirts. I lived in those because I was pregnant in the winter time and late fall. So that's when I was really big and wanted to be really comfortable in maternity sweatshirts. But he needed to go down for a nap. He hadn't napped in a while. So I put him in the pack and play downstairs with Jim to watch while I finished up refolding all of the maternity clothing because I wanted it to be as nice and neat and orderly as possible when I put it in storage. And I haven't 100% decided where I'm going to put this stuff in storage, if I'm going to put it in one of our tote bins downstairs in the basement, or we do have a guest bedroom and a pretty decent sized closet in there and a full-size dresser in there, and that stuff's being used for nothing really. I just have some backup sheets and towels for guests and a few empty hangers for when guests come, but other than that, the dresser is empty, the closet's empty, so I might just put my maternity clothing in there.
holding back, I got history. Yeah. But the way you've been crossing the line, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change.
On the far left side of the screen, you'll see that I also have my pregnancy pillow, and I'm done with that too. I know some people use it postpartum, but I haven't used it in the past couple of weeks, so I'm going to put that away as well, and then grab Owen's laundry and get that going. I have been shocked by the amount of laundry this little boy goes through. And part of it is probably us as new parents learning about how to make sure his diapers are as tight as possible and he's not getting blowouts on his clothing, or what happens with little boys when you change their diapers. Sometimes pee gets everywhere, so there are lots of outfit changes going on over here. Luckily, he doesn't really spit up, so we avoid that mess, but he still goes through a ton of laundry. I also have the addition of bottles and pump parts and all of those fun things to wash. And I've dedicated part of the laundry room to all of the baby gear so I can keep it separate from the kitchen, don't have to use up kitchen space for this type of stuff. And it's nice to have a dedicated sink for all of the baby items. I am exclusively breastfeeding at this point, so we don't have a ton of bottles to wash and not really pumping at this point either. So it doesn't take a ton of time, but I do use those things every now and then, so I need to make sure they are nice and clean.
Change me, got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright, never cut it bite, but somehow you make me change. You make me wanna do better, I don't know why. You make me wanna do better. You make me wanna do better, I don't know why, I don't know why.
In my Q&A video, some of you asked for a nail tutorial. You guys have asked for this in the past, and I alternate between doing at-home gel manicures and just using regular polish. So I needed to paint my nails. I have far less time now that I have a baby to paint my nails, especially with regular polish, because I feel like I don't necessarily have enough time to let my nails dry. And it's kind of a mystery when he's going to wake up and when he's going to want to eat or need me. So if I just painted my nails, I could end up with a problem if I need to grab him and I have wet nails still and just have to redo my nails. So I am preferring using the gel manicure kit at home just because it's instantly dry. I can do one hand at a time. So if he interrupts me and needs me, I can easily go take care of him and just finish the other hand later. So I'm kind of showing you the products that I'm using and the steps that I'm using. I'll try and link everything in the description box below as well if you are interested in doing your own gel nails at home. You'll see I even put UV gloves on to try and protect my hands a little bit from the UV that comes out of that lamp. But basically I do a file on my nails to kind of make it so that the polish can grip a little bit better and buff them up. Then I do a prep step, a base coat, stick the base coat in the lamp, and then usually 2 coats of the color. After each coat, I put it under the lamp as well. And because New Year's was approaching, not that I was going anywhere, but I thought I would have a little fun. My mom got me a few extra gel colors, and one of them was a glitter polish. Not a huge glitter polish fan, but figured with New Year's coming up, it would be kind of fun. So I added a layer of silver glitter on top of the white. So that was 3 coats, then put it back in the lamp again, and then finished it off with a top coat.
Oh, don't need apologies enough for this. I'm burning for you. Can't get enough of the weekend. I wanna seize the night like I can't let go. Can't get enough of the weekend. Don't wanna ever get lost to the sun. Oh no. You shine brighter, brighter than a diamond. Your shine's lighter, lighter than the sunlight. Lighter than the sunlight. You're lighter than the sunlight.
Then it was time to switch the light load over and toss in the load of dark clothing. I wanted to check that blanket because I knew there was a stain on it and wanted to make sure that the stain was actually removed before moving it over to the dryer, because when you move something to the dryer and you dry a stain, it is much more difficult to get rid of that stain than if you catch it before you stick it in the dryer. You can try and treat that stain one more time. A lot of sophisticated Saturdays, I do recipes that I share with you guys. A lot of them are pretty involved, but I've been trying to give myself a break from cooking. So I wanted to make little raspberry yogurt bites. And I've made these before with blueberries and with raspberries and other fruit. And I literally just dip them into the yogurt and stick them on some parchment paper and freeze them. I love frozen fruit. I like the taste of frozen yogurt. Not like frozen yogurt, but yogurt that is frozen. If you've ever done like a yogurt bark, you could easily do that as well and just dump all of your yogurt into the parchment-lined baking dish or baking sheet and throw your raspberries and other fruit on top of it as well. But I like that these are little bite-sized snacks that I can have. But like I said, I have been cooking less. I made a bunch of freezer meals before I gave birth. So we've been using some of our freezer meals. I've had some of our friends and family out here that have brought us meals, which has been really nice. My parents stayed with us for the first week after Owen was born and kind of took care of us either with takeout or my mom cooked for us. So that was really nice and helpful. And I have not had to cook that much, which I'm really grateful for because time definitely is limited. And now that we're kind of settling into the groove of things and I am starting to cook a little bit more, we've been trying some meal delivery kits and testing those out. A lot of them have like discount codes for first-time customers. So I've been using those discount codes for the first couple of meal boxes and then planning on canceling it once it becomes full price and just testing out a few of them. And so far we've found some meals that are actually really good, some that are not so good, and enjoy the convenience of everything being delivered to the door. I don't have to go to the grocery store, which is really nice in the middle of winter. It's been freezing with a newborn and me trying to figure out how to get him in and out of the car and navigate around the grocery store and making sure he's been fed and diaper changed before we go. All of that stuff just feels like a lot at this point. So I like the fact that I don't have to go to the grocery store, but it is expensive. And I will say it does feel somewhat wasteful because a lot of packaging is involved with those meal delivery kits. But I'm going to keep testing them and we'll probably update you guys on which ones I liked and kind of what my final thoughts are. But I am testing those out right now.
That's right. Now when I found you, I can't let you out of my sight. Don't go. My heart and my soul have finally come alive. So now I'm all
So the other main thing besides getting rid of all of my maternity clothing that I wanted to get done today was to start to take down the holiday decor in our house. If you watched my holiday decorate with me, I don't have a ton, but I want to get most of it down. I leave some stuff out that's kind of wintry, so you'll see I took away the ornaments out of the bowl on the kitchen island, but left the greenery. The ornaments seem a little more holiday-ish and Christmassy to me, so I wanted to get rid of those, as well as the ornaments that were in that little glass votive, very holiday-ish, and that candle was actually done, so I could toss that and get rid of that whole little centerpiece altogether. The whole entryway display basically needed to go. I think the tree looks Christmassy. I think the little gift packages look very holiday-ish, and the reindeer and the little houses that were on top of it, as well as the little runner that I have that's fuzzy, so I took it all off. Left the bowl, it still has some holiday cards in it, and decided to clean it off because, of course, with holiday decor, glitter fallout is usually everywhere. Added a little vase with some snow picks and a candle. Believe it or not, Owen was taking a nap that entire time, but it is time for me to grab him because I heard him making some noise and he is starting to wake up.
Wake up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. Yeah. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive.
Okay, so this little guy is awake and he is definitely hungry, probably needs a diaper change. So I am going to call it quits for today. If you liked today's Sophisticated Saturday, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, we will see you guys later. Bye.